Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. It's Sunday. So, you know what that means, baby. It is 11 ish. On a Sunday. So it's time for your Sunday service, soul food, and spiritual tea session with Lady Speech. How y'all doing today? Lady Speech in the house, in the place to be. It's your favorite hood healer, high priestess, motivational dominatrix. It's your favorite auntie, uncle, your favorite pirate. Captain, your favorite goddess king, Lady Speech. Hello, hello, good people. She be bad in the building. Good morning, Melted Snow Girl. Good morning, Rachel Hutchinson. Good morning, Jen Miles. Dane in the place to be. Good morning, Becky Simpson. Yes, darling, you made it. Emperor Breeze in the house. Pamela, good morning. Tina, Nicole. What is this? Parrotfish Yogi. Hey, baby, from the UK. Emma's in the house. Monsters in Makeup is in the house. Healing Hands Massage. Good morning. Kareem. Honora. William is in the house. Dane Powell's in the house. Daisy is in the house. Darcy, excuse me, is in the house. Good morning, you good people. Good morning, Unseelie. Good morning, Kirsten09. Good morning. It's Art with Words. Good morning, Illustrated Mom. Good morning. Thank you so much, my dear Auntie Laura. Hello, hello, Ashley. Hello, Wait, no, Ashanti. Ashanti Lee. Good morning, Catherine. Good morning, Ashley Carter in the building. AVG. Good morning. Rar Kitty. Good morning to you, darling. Good morning, Jamie Rain. Good morning to all you beautiful people in the building. Misty, Kiara, Sade, Tia. Good morning, you beautiful people. I love you all. Happy Sunday. Let's get into this goodness that we have before us. It is our Sunday service. Welcome to the Speak and Spank. You already know what to do if you're an OG here. Assume the position. So if you're an OG here, you already know what to do. You're already doing it. You're showing me those butterflies. You are showing me those yellow. No, excuse me, not yellow. Y'all are blue and purple. Y'all are showing me your blue and purple hearts. You are showing me all that good loveliness. If you are new here, if you're not true to this, you're new to this, you've only seen this video, this is the first time seeing me, you got dropped off in this live, you know what I'm saying? You're just finding this randomly, you've only seen 1 or 2 videos of mine, go ahead and put a caterpillar in the comments. Go ahead and put a yellow or green heart in the comments, okay? Welcome to the Speak and Spank. Welcome to the Sunday service, soul food spiritual session with Lady Speech. You know, we're spilling the spiritual tea. This right here is a divination to help you get through this week, okay? Because life be out here lifing, all right? So I offer these divinations to help you get on point, okay? To help you navigate your Monday, to help you navigate your week so you can make it your best and bottom bitch. That's all I want for you. That's all I want for you. Okay? Okay. I'm especially happy to be here with you guys during this point in time because, baby, this Chiron, Cheerio, Chai Tea retrograde. Shout out to Raw Flow Energy for teaching me how to pronounce that properly. Because I sure was one of the Cheerion. I was mispronouncing that like a mug. This Chiron, Venus in retrograde. Retrograde is retrograding. I don't know how y'all are doing out here. I'm doing great. I'm leaning in, okay? All of the wounds are coming up. The wounded healer, and I'm like, get at me, baby. I was building up to this. Do you understand? Because I do my work over here. I don't know if you've been paying attention to these readings these last couple months, but if you have, and if you've been following along and doing your work, you're absolutely prepared for everything that's going down right now. Now, some of you aren't, and that's fine. I'm still here for you during the middle of this. We're going to get through it. We're also in Leo season, which, honey, I love Leo season. This air sign right here, this Libra right here loves me a Leo. I love me an Aries. I love me a Sagittarius. It ain't nothing but shenanigans when we get together. It ain't nothing but shenanigans when we get together. So I'm doing fine. And a lot of you going to be fine. Just lean in. If you want to do fine during these retrogrades, all I got to say is lean in. Don't run from the wounds, baby. Don't run from the wounds. Just lean in and heal them, okay? But we're going to get through it, and I'm going to help you get through it, okay? So this is a divination. I'm going to introduce you to the cards and the tools and the accoutrements of this divination. This is a great time to get yourself together. What does that entail? Well, go grab you a beverage. I have two. Today we are drinking on this rose black tea. You can see the steam coming from it. It's hot as hell, and I'm thirsty right now. This is for caffeination. This is for taste and bubbliness. That's that neural spiciness. I at least got to have 18 beverages, okay? 18 beverages! Do you hear me, okay? So go grab your beverages because we believe in hydration over here, okay? Your spiritual dominatrix wants you always taking care of yourself. Go get beverages. Now, as Doms, we like it when you drink your water, but I'm liberal during these divinations, so you can drink whatever you want, my love. Get your water, get your tea, get your coffee, get your juice, get your protein shake, get your smoothie, get something so you can have a little liquid in you, all right? What else do you need to do? Go grab a notebook. Go grab a notebook so you can take some notes. Go grab a tablet so you can take some notes. Whatever your preferred method of taking notes is, go grab that. Okay? Go grab that. Okay? Go grab that. Okay? Go grab that. Secondly, go grab something soft. Go grab a comfort item, something soft, because this is the spink and spank, and sometimes we get rough. We like it rough over here. We like it rough every once in a while, baby. And that roughness just comes out spontaneously. So you grab you a soft item so that you can hang on to your horses. Because it be getting rough over here. Ha! It be getting rough over here. Oh, you're so hot, but you're so good. You're so hot, but you're so good. Okay. Now let me get to introducing you to some things. Well, this is the sparkly paddle, because this is the speak and spank, all right? I'm going to speak to you and spank you at the same time, okay? We're working with, I'm so happy to share this deck with you guys today. Today we're going to be using the Black Queer Tarot. I love this deck so much. I love this deck. I love this deck. It affirms my entire existence. This deck affirms my entire existence. The Black Queer Tarot. Hello! Tarot! The words are I am the Black Queer Tarot. Hello. So we're going to be using that today. I'm so excited to share that with you. Yeah, we're going to be also, look out, pay attention, and stay tuned for this tarot review, because, baby, I'm definitely going to review it. I'm definitely going to review it, because I want to show them all the love. We're going to be working with the Ancestors and Angels, the Angels and Ancestors deck. You know it, you love it. We're going to be working with the Message from Our Animal Guides deck. You know it, you love it. We're going to be working with the African Goddess Rising deck. You know it and you love it. Main character energy. Main character alert. You OGs already know what's up. You know who this is. This sentient being, okay? My co-facilitator. My co-deacon, okay? The co-reverend in this here setup, all right? You know them. You love them. My pronouns are all of them. She, her, he, king, they, them. This is Deacon Affirmation Box. And their pronouns are what, people? Say it with me. Fuck around and find out. That's right. We are engaged in an S&M, sadomasochist relationship with this here affirmation box. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you're about to find out. This is a box of affirmations. A box filled with quotes and positive things, parts from the Quran and the Bible. This has parts of poems and songs, all kind of juiciness. We're going to do a call and response thing. I'm going to pull from this box randomly. I'm going to say an affirmation. That affirmation, I'm going to use that time to fill up my cup. You're going to use that time to memorize the affirmation. And then you're going to repeat the affirmation after me. Now, if you're in a place where you can say these affirmations out loud, that's what the hell you're going to do. If you're not in a place where you can say these affirmations out loud, write them down or say them in your heart. No matter if you're saying them out loud or inside of you, say it with your chest. Say it with your chest. Say it with your chest. I said say it with your chest. I said say it with your chest. I just want to say my palm has definitely lost a little bit of sensitivity. If you were here with me, I'd be spanking you. But you are here with me. I'm spanking you verbally. I'm spanking you verbally. So it's the same thing. Anyway, hope you have your stuff. I hope you've grabbed your comfort items. I hope you're ready. I've given you enough time. Okay? Go grab your earbuds, put me in your earphones. Let's get comfortable, darling. It's time for Sunday service. It's time for Sunday service. I've got a little bit of a different setup today. I've moved my altar room around a little bit. Y'all can't tell, but I'm happy with this setup. I feel like I'm solid in this setup. So, let me pass that collection plate. Because this is labor, baby. This is emotional labor, spiritual labor, okay? This is labor. All parts of me show up so that I can be here for you, giving you goodness. And showing your financial reciprocity is always key, honey. So that Cash App is LadySpeech. That Venmo is LadySpeech Sankofa. That PayPal is LadySpeechSankofa@gmail.com. Always feel empowered to show your financial appreciation for this labor this black femme puts out for you, baby. Okay? This country, this history, this world, in the name of anti-blackness, has a history of utilizing, stealing from, taking the labor, resting on the labor of black, brown, and indigenous people, especially femmes and women and non-men, and not compensating us like we should be compensated, okay? So if you benefit from me, I love it when you like my stuff. I love it when you comment. I love it when you share. And I love it when you show that financial responsibility, reciprocity. Yeah, all of those. I had like 4 words that were trying to come out as one word. Anyway, you do your thing, Dizzle, baby. I appreciate you. And I also appreciate every super chat, every super sticker, all of that, because all of it is important. The $1, one of you put 75 cents in there one day and you were like, this is legitimately all I have. And I legitimately received that with all the love in my heart. The $5, the $10, the $20, the $50, the $500, the $1,000, the $50, $100,000, million, jillion. I love it all. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much, the Spice Kitten. I appreciate you. Raw kitties in the house. Some newbies in the house. William, thank you for reminding people to like the video. Becky said, don't threaten me with a good time. Oh, you guys are naughty. You guys are naughty. Raven Witch, you are right on time. You are right on time. It's okay to cry. Illustrated Mom, you already know what's up. You already know what's up. It's so good to see. Oh, Butter the Garage Cat and Butter is here. I really love the fact that y'all bring your cats and your kittens and your puppies and your kids. I enjoy that. We're just a whole ragtag family of goodness over here. Moon Pumpkin is in the house. Low safe word is found out. I love all of you. Ooh, mimosas is the word of the day. You get your mimosa on, Ashley. You get your mimosa on. I love each and every one of you. Jenna, thank you so much. Ooh, I can start liking the super chats. That's cool. I just like, that's so cool. Look at that. We've got all kinds of new things happening here. Yvette, thank you for your super chat. Oh, you have your snake. Oh my God, Deanna, that's so cool. Tell your snake I said hi. Carolyn, I love you too. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. All right, good people. I've given you enough time to settle in. We've taken care of all the logistics of things. We're just gonna get all the way into it. Do you hear me? I want to drink this tea so bad, and I just double fisting. This is my fantasy. I just give me drinks. Give me several drinks. I'm happy if I have several beverages. Several beverages, double fisted, baby. Several beverages, double fisted, baby. I'm in heaven. Nice and cool and cold and bubbly. Warm and caffeinated. I love it all. Sensations. Give me the sensory. Literally, that just was a sensory orgasm. That was nice. It had the nice bubbly, and then it was warm, then it was bubbly again. Ooh, yes. I love that. Anyway, let's go. Welcome to the Speak and Spank and also the Lady Speech Experience. We're a bit neural spicy over here, but seasoning is it's a sign of life, okay? When you're well seasoned, it's a sign of a well lived life. And I am well seasoned as hell. All right, let's go. We're going to begin with the Black Queer Tarot today. We have the Ace of Swords. Very appropriate for what we're going through right now. Let me tell you something. This man right here, and I know it's a man because his pronouns are he, him, and when you look into the Queer Tarot, the models are named and they also have their pronouns, okay? I actually know this man's name is Bryant. And shout out to the Queer Tarot for sharing people's stories in this. I really love this deck because of how deeply personal it is. And as soon as you crack it open, you feel like this is your family. I love this deck so much. And especially with the way it's written, it's just incredibly personal. Literally, this dude's name is Brian and his pronouns are he, him. I love this deck so much. I cannot wait for this tarot review. Okay. Some of you already have it. If you don't have it, pick it up. I actually got this from, what is my friend's store that he owns in Denver? I've literally done videos about this store. I don't know. Check in my favorite things list. But anyway, I got it from that store. I'll probably remember it at the end of this. But just find it. I think this has a website. It actually does have a website. I'm remembering right now. Find it and order it, please. Okay. This is not a sponsored video. Okay. Just go give them some money. Okay. And get this wonderful deck. All right. Especially if you're queer. This is going to be so affirming. Also, big bodies, fat bodies, stretch marks. Honey, I'm here for it. It's real people. We love it. Okay. Go check it out. Anyway, Ace of Swords. All right. Bryant is figuring it out. Bryant is understanding their power. Okay, you see this sword? Bryant has explored this sword. Okay, Bryant has looked at this sword, which in essence is an extension of self. Bryant has understood and is beginning to understand the sharpness of this sword. Bryant is understanding where this sword is dangerous and where this sword is helpful, okay? This is us, okay? This is you. Chiron, Chiron, Cheerio in retrograde, along with his Venus in retrograde, is bringing up all of the things, okay? It's bringing up where you have been abusive to yourself. It's bringing up where you have allowed other people to be abusive to you and why. It is bringing up all your old woundings, not because this is some fire and brimstone for us to deal with, but it's because it's time to move on. It's time to acclimate and it's time to actualize our best self. In order to do that, you got to get to know your best self. You got to get to know yourself. This is what Bryant is doing. Bryant is understanding the sharpness of those edges. Bryant is understanding the good, the bad, and the ugly of his sword, of his entire being. And this is what you're being called into do, honey. In order to go out there and be great and utilize everything in your world to the best of your ability and for your highest good, you need to understand everything in your world to the best of your ability and for your highest good. For the next couple of months, you're going to sit down and you're going to explore yourself. That's what you're going to do. You're going to explore yourself. You're going to get to know yourself as you are rebirthing and renewing right now. You letting go of a lot. You're being called to let go of a lot, baby. You're being called to let go of a lot in the name of your liberation, in the name of your forward movement. You're being called into getting to know yourself again. You're being invited into understanding the shadow parts of you, the not so great parts of you, the magnificent aspects of you, and the fullness of your light. Because you need to be in control and in ownership of all of it, honey. For you to be great, you need to be in ownership of all of your things, not just your magnificence and the beautiful aspects of you and your talents and your skills. You need to be in ownership of all the things that you are messed up. You need to be in ownership of the ways you are problematic, for the ways that you stand in your own way, the ways that you stand in other people's way. Because when you take ownership and responsibility of that, you can shift that and change it the way it needs to go. There's a whole lot of us that are being called into taking responsibility for the way that we've allowed people to treat ourselves. You are being called to the paint in regards to where you need to work inside of your shadow. Emperor Bree said, but I'm tired of shadow work, baby. I know. I know. But one thing we have to understand is shadow work it happens for the rest of your life. It does. Some of us need to reapproach how we're doing shadow work, okay? Your shadow self, I want to be clear. When we do shadow work, it's not in the essence or in the key or in the vein of getting rid of the shadow. There is nothing wrong with the shadow aspect of you. We all have it. The shadow aspect of us functions like nighttime functions in the world. You cannot have 24 hours a day of sunlight 7 days a week. Everything would die because of the intensity of the sun. You need them shadow aspects. There's a lot of life and a lot of really wonderful things and a lot of really fertile activity that happens at night, okay? You need the balance of both, okay? Shadow work is often about balancing. Shadow work is often about being aware of things. Shadow work is a lot of things. Shadow work is deep healing work. Shadow work sometimes is just acknowledgement. There are some things that aren't to be fixed about you. They're just to be acknowledged and you adapt your behavior around them. Shadow work is going to be lifelong work because the shadow is always going to be triggered by something. Okay. A deep getting to knowing is what we're being invited into. A deep understanding of who we are, of our gifts, of our BS. A deep understanding of where we are the greatest versions of ourselves and where we're not so much the greatest version of ourselves. Okay. A deep understanding of that is what we're being called into. We're being called into that because these retrogrades are calling us into the depths of wounds, intergenerational wounds, ancestral wounds, childhood wounds. It hurts less when you lean in. It hurts less when you face it. It hurts less when you run towards it. It hurts less when you open yourself up to it and you allow yourself to receive the work. It hurts less when you stop fighting and give up what you're being called to give up. Honey, I'm going to tell you this. One of the things that this retrograde has really put me on to is how I was holding and putting former lovers on pedestals that they've no longer earned and they no longer deserved. And that was such a beautiful epiphany for me to go through this last couple of days because that right there is why I have not actualized the next level in my love life. Now, my love life's not doing bad, but it could be better. I want more from it. And leaning into that lesson was painful. And I'm going to tell you, that lesson first came as rejection. I was trying to help a former lover. And the former lover rejected my help. And I'm so happy they did. Just did a video about rejection is sometimes a form of protection. I'm so glad that they did. Because that rejection shot down to the deep place that I needed to heal in myself, which is, I don't need to be giving you this type of attention. You don't give me this type of attention. You don't hold me on these pedestals. And you don't treat me with this same type of kindness or love. Not that you don't treat me bad, because you don't. But the fact of the matter was, they've been basking in my love without returning it. And I allowed them to do that. The great thing is, because I took responsibility for that, I stopped that. They no longer are on that pedestal. And they don't get the type of attention they used to get from me. They are not as important to me as they used to be. And this is going to make room for really great things in my life. Now, I could have fought that lesson. I could have fought it. And I could have wallowed in the hurt and the pain of that rejection. But I didn't. I leaned all the way into that rejection and immediately received such a lesson and a blessing. That lesson was such a blessing. And now I'm ready to move on. And I release them to all the love, with all the love in my heart, to all the love in the world. I hope and pray that they have good experiences from here on out. There's just a level of love they ain't getting from me no more because they haven't earned it and they don't deserve it. Now, it's not that I've stopped loving them. They still get friendship love. But they don't get the type of love that they was getting from me before, which means they also don't get the type of protection and the type of other activities they were able to partake in. Let this Chiron, Cheerio in retrograde, open up the wounds and let the light in. Let this wound healing that you're being called into doing, let this be a place where you let the light in. Let those wounds act as a doorway and a portal to your next best life. Think about it like that. Don't approach this as if this is burdensome. Approach this as if this is a mighty portal that's going to give us something real good at the end. Let's move on to the Prince of Sticks. The Prince of Sticks. Now, this person's name is Reese. And his pronouns are he, him. I love this deck. Reese is exploring. Reese is testing their boundaries. Reese has put themselves in a position where their highest skills and their connection to their ancestry and their magic is about to be tested. And he put himself in this position because he's ready for it. Reese is at the ground zero of creating a magnificent life. He's at the base of his manifestation. See, he left behind everything. He let go of things. And Reese decided that he is going to have a better life for himself. Reese is pushing his boundaries. He's at the very beginning of something, hence the ace position. The number one position, that birthing position. He's getting ready to take his first steps into his greatness. These retrogrades right now are an invitation into tearing down parts of you that don't need to be there anymore. This is an invitation to heal those wounds so that you can stop certain behaviors and certain thought processes. Spirit is giving you the opportunity to shift it, to change your life into what you want it to be changed into, to manifest at your greatest capability. Now, here's the thing. This is a little uncomfortable. Reese wandered out into the desert by himself and on his own. There's nobody around except for him, God, his ancestors, the universe to help him out. He's only got him to lean on. But the thing is, he's enough. His ancestors, his guides, his spirit in the universe is enough. But it's going to be challenging, those first steps. The alchemy of making something out of nothing, turning your pain into gold. But what an exciting time to be alive. What an exciting place to be. This is a time of recreation. If Spirit is taking things from you, let those things go. If Spirit keeps pushing you, it's not trying to break you. Spirit is trying to show you how much you can bend. Lean into your flexibility. You're a lot more flexible than you think. The word of the day, children, is pivot. Spirit is asking you to pivot, not fall. Spirit is asking you to pivot, to switch it up, to change it. You've been going west this whole time. Now Spirit wants you to go north. You can do this. You can do this. Spirit is also asking you to be aware of your mentality as you're doing this. Don't approach this like it's a burden. Spirit is literally about to open up a portal to your best life. There's nothing burdensome about what Spirit is asking you to do. When you really sit with it, healing a wound is not a burden. It frees up burdens. Lean into this change, this radical change. Because it ain't subtle what's going on with everybody. It's going to be radical. You're supposed to be a whole different person in this next few months. You're supposed to be a whole different person this next few months. Let that happen for you. Let that happen for you. There's good things coming. You can choose to look at this with dread because change is scary, or you can choose to look at this with childlike wonder. You can choose to quake in your boots, or you can choose to look at this as a new adventure. An adventure that's going to yield a lot of unknown things, and a fair amount of those unknown things are going to be good for you. You are being asked to act differently, to think differently. And those things are possible when you do this deep healing in your wounded space, like Spirit is asking you to do. You're being asked to move differently. You're being asked to expand yourself and grow. It's time to pivot. It's time to bend. It's time to lean into your flexibility. And it's time to do that deep healing because there ain't nothing but newness for us, babes. Newness. We're building a new world. We have to be new people in order to really successfully build this new world. We got to be new people. And this shift that is happening is going to guarantee that we are the people that we need to be to build and to sustain the world that we're building. Everything around you is crumbling. Let it. Stop focusing on the rubble. Stop focusing on the destruction. Destruction is a necessary aspect of creation, honey. When a birthing person, when a mama, and I use both terms, baby, because both are valid. If you identify with motherhood, yes. If you identify with birthing person, yes. All of it is valid and there's space for everybody here, honey. But a birthing person, a mama, when they get pregnant, honey, that is a whole piece of destruction for that body and for that individual. You shift. You die. You become somebody different in order to what? Bring life into the world, okay? Destruction is a very necessary aspect, a very important ingredient when it comes to creating the life that you want. We don't get past, you don't get to make something new without destroying something old, okay? Things are falling down around you, let them. The world is crumbling around you, let it. Vision for yourself the future that you want and start using the viable things that from the debris and the crumbling to build your new world, honey. We're being invited into some newness. All right. Let's get into some affirmation box, but I'm gonna check in with these comments. The Spice Kitten said stronger than ever now. That's right, baby. Stronger than ever. Samaria, new beings. I'm hearing you, honey. I'm picking up on what you're putting down. I'm picking up on what you're putting down. Healing Hands Massage says orchestrating our own tower movement. Exactly. Look, honeys. Look at every major government. Go research what's going on with China and the economy and what's going on with their housing. You can see if you live in America, things are falling down. If you are in the UK, look at what's going on. These infrastructures are falling. Capitalism, the way we run it, the way the slave-based capitalism is not sustainable. Stop focusing on the way this world is falling down. It's doing what it's supposed to do. These things can't sustain. Toxic patriarchy is eating itself alive. Don't worry about that. We don't have to do anything to contribute to what's going on. It's going to fall. Start building your new world. Start building your new world. Okay. Moon Pumpkin said, community, remember while you're doing your shadow work and rebirthing, you're going to feel shame. Don't let that make you feel less worthy. You still deserve all the things even though you're fucked up. Exactly. So I'm so glad you brought that up, Moon Pumpkin. Thank you. Shame is going to be a big part of this. A lot of the wounding that you guys are dealing with has a lot to do with shame. Don't have no shame. So a lot of you are healing from things that you did. You were the worst person in the space. You were horrible. Don't let that shame keep you from the deep healing work you need to do. Don't let that shame stop you from, deal with your shame, but don't let it keep you from getting, I had all kind of eye boogers and y'all didn't even tell me. Maybe y'all did because I wasn't looking at the comments. Good God, my bad. Didn't mean to be all crusty for you. But we work with that shame over here. We don't let it stop us from we don't let that keep us from our blessings. We don't let that keep us from the good things that we need to experience. Ashley said, I was homeless, and before that I had free rent in public housing, but no freedom to enjoy it to any degree. Visualize the future, spiritually abstract. That's right. Visualization and imagination are big parts of this. Pamela, thank you so much for your super sticker, baby. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Let's see. Allowing and receiving. That's right, Ashley. That's right, the Spice Kitten. AVG said, I got denied disability again and I'm wanting to try food delivery to make something out of this. No one in my life believes in me, but I do. I know this is my catalyst for freedom. You got this, AVG. You got this, okay? You got this. And I believe in you. I believe in you. And your spiritual team believes in you. And sometimes that's all you need is you, your spiritual team, and one other person. I believe in you, babe. And I believe your situation's going to work out. William said, that hits. My move was a whole pivot that I didn't want but leaned into, trying to be patient with what the new beginning brings. That's right, baby. That's right. Moon Pumpkin said, sometimes the shadow work is just being alone and allowing that shit to fall off of you. Fuck around and find out. Leaning into the future as a wrapped gift. Hello. Hello. Amen to everything you said. You bringing it today. You bringing it today. Munchers and Makeup said, my mama joined us today, and that is so relevant. Amen, baby. Amen. Welcome to your mama. Welcome to your mama. All right, you good people. Let's fall into these affirmations. The first one from Deacon Affirmation Box is, I have a confident mindset, okay? And baby, let me tell you, confidence is key. Confidence is key. There's a whole lot of you who are doing shadow work around deep wounding around your confidence, because that's what's holding you back from being your best self, from living your best life. From some of you, the difference between your business being on point and making money and being in the black all day long and not being in the red is confidence. For some of you, the difference between manifesting the love of your life is confidence. For some of you, the reason that the motivation that you need to move to the next level is confidence, okay? Some of you need to get with the fact that you have the resources, you have the mindset, you have everything that you need. What you are lacking is confidence. Get it together. Repeat after me. I have a confident mindset. 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 Now, y'all, that is something you develop. Confidence is something that you work on every day. You got to tell yourself these things. You got to pour into yourself. You got to eradicate people from your life who all they do is complain. I don't deal with people who are self-deprecating. We don't hang out that deep. If you call you, there's a difference between self-deprecation and self-accountability. I love someone who is self-accountable. I love someone who can say, who can name it. This is where I'm problematic. Oh, I messed up here. I'm sorry for doing this. I can't stand a person who all they do is talk mess about themselves all day long. You will not have a long time of being my friend if that's how you get down. Okay? I don't do that. I don't play that. I don't do that. I don't play that. Because confidence is key and we work on it every day, okay? This means identifying things in your world that make you feel less confident and eradicating those things. If it's people, places, entertainment, social media accounts, I don't care. It is something you build into yourself every day, because this world will work very hard to tear it down. So you got to build into it every single day, okay? Oh, y'all said, thank you. Someone said, where are your rock friends? I'm slipping. That's an OG right here. That's an OG right here. Yep, that's an OG right here. That's an OG. Thank you. My friends, my rock friends are right here. Because I have a different setup, that is why I didn't introduce them, even though I've been staring at them right here. So let's take a break and introduce you to the rock friends. Yes, because I'm always surrounded by at least 10,000 spirits. Y'all know my spiritual team is thick. at least 10,000 strong and growing every day from between the Orisha, the Loa, the ancestors. Y'all are, I am looking at all of you and pointing to all my altars. Y'all are thick as hell, and I appreciate it. But when I do these readings, I bring my rock friends. So today I bought that purple. This is my purple, green, white fluorite. I love it. It's mostly purple, but it's got some, man, this lighting does not do this stone just, I want to eat it. I just want to suck this stone. I love it. Oh, I love it. Fluorite was one of the first stones that I had a physical reaction to. I really didn't believe people's connections to stones before that. I just was collecting pretty rocks. But I remember picking up my first piece of fluorite and I almost got sick. Like, I remember being like, I love it. Like, that's exactly it was green fluorite. Do I still have that piece of fluorite? I do. I do still have that piece of fluorite. But I was like, then I put the stone down and I was like, what? And I felt better that I picked it up and wanted to throw up. So I bought it because I was intrigued. And now I do not have that reaction anymore because I've done my healing work with that stone. But I love a good piece of fluorite. Selenite. This is my selenite. I don't even know what you call this, but it's like a... I don't know why I'm making that sound. It cuts through the BS though. I don't know what shape this is. I feel like it's a weapon. I like it. But this is how I use it in ritual. When I be doing my cord cuttings and I be doing different things, I use this to cut the energy. You know what I'm saying? I like this. This is my selenite. And then this is my golden healer quartz. I love this one. I have a very physical reaction to this one too. I really like to have a piece of this when I'm on my moon because it really calms my uterus down. It really super does. If my uterus is acting up, I literally will grab this and my uterus will just go... That is what my uterus does. It'll be all... And then as soon as I grab this, it'll just... We're fine now. My golden healer quartz. My bad for not introducing. My bad, rock friends. I'm sorry. You know I love you. You are a very important part of this operation. I did not mean to neglect you. We just in a new setup, so I forgot to introduce you. But your loyal, faithful friends remembered. So now we are all part of the reading. Thank you for that. All right, let's go to this next affirmation. This affirmation says, every day I'm becoming richer and richer. And this could mean financially, mentally, emotionally. Over here, when we speak of abundance and prosperity, we're not just only speaking to the financial aspect. We're talking about prosperity in spirit, prosperity in healing, prosperity in love, prosperity in all of it, not just finances, okay? So repeat after me. Every day, I'm becoming richer and richer. That could be in knowledge, in information, in healing, in whatever. Every day, I'm becoming richer and richer. 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 Every day, I am becoming richer and richer, baby. All right, let's do another affirmation. This affirmation says, self-care is how you take your power back. Repeat after me. Self-care is how you take your power back. 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 All right, how we doing? We all right? That Cash App is LadySpeech, Venmo, LadySpeech, Sankofa, PayPal, LadySpeech, Sankofa at gmail.com. Let's check in with these comments. Spice Kitten, that's a good book that you recommended. I actually have it right over here. The Book of Stones by Robert Simmons and Naisha Ashion. I'm pretty sure I mispronounced her name. My bad. But the Book of Stones is a really good book to use as a reference piece. Pamela said, my uterus is in the abyss, so I'll have to use the golden quartz. Yeah, that golden healing quartz is Excellent. It's actually a really good healing stone for a lot of the healing. I use it a lot when I work with clients, when I work with myself, when I'm doing some really focused healing. It's a great stone for that. Ah, the little puppy just snuck in my room and licked my feet. That was unsettling. Melted snow girl. Oh, Marissa said, finally coming back to service, even though I'm late. I just finished my Asana practice. Baby, you are right on time. And welcome. You are right on time. Oh, the claw. It's called the claw. I like it. Or a talon. Or what is that? Thimper? A theme? A theme? A theme? A thime? A thymie? A theme? How do I say that? How do I say that? Yes. Illustrated Mom said, I brought my fluorite today. I love your shared joy of them. Yes. I love it. I love it. Someone said affirmation assault. Yeah. The Deacon affirmation box be definitely beating us up with affirmations. Let's move on to the Angels and Ancestors deck. We have the Warrior. Be fearless and stand strong. You're being called into your warriorhood. You're being called to stand up for yourselves and others. You are being called to speak your truth and to stand 1000% in your truth. You are being called to train. You are being called to fight for what's right. You are being called to stand in your light as these days get darker. You are being called to be fully in your warrior spirit. A warrior is someone who can take an order, but most of the time, they're giving the orders. A warrior doesn't wait for life to happen to them. A warrior is at the nucleus of their world, and they happen to life. A warrior isn't passive in the execution of their destiny. They are active in it. The warrior speaks their truth, whether 1,000 people agree with them or not. The warrior works with and through their fear. They don't let their fear rule them. You are being called into your warriorhood. And this is going to look different for every single one of us. There are a lot of us who are physical warriors. We will be standing in the gaps. We will be physically helping to defend people. There are those of us who are spiritual warriors. We are to stand in the gaps and help lead and guide and help train other warriors on how to fight and how to be better warriors. There are spiritual warriors. There are mother warriors. Warriorhood looks different for everyone. There are quiet, silent warriors. Warriors who are of the way of the undercurrent. When we think about the ocean, there are many different ways that it can take you out. There are these big, brilliant waves that look like tsunamis that can level an entire country, an entire island, decimate and desecrate coasts. And then there are undercurrents, things that you can't see, but that are just as deadly. There are undercurrents in the ocean that if you get caught, nothing and no one is taking you out. You are going to be whatever the fate of that undercurrent wants you to be. Your warriorhood doesn't have to look like anybody else's to be valid. Your warriorhood does not need to look like mine, nor does it need to sound like mine in order to be valid. It doesn't need to look like your mom's, your dad's, your culture's. It needs to look like what it needs to look like for you. You're being called to stand up for yourself. You are being called to stand up for this earth. You are being called to stand up for others. If you have male privilege, you are to use that male privilege in defense and to help others who don't have that privilege. If you have white privilege, you are to use that privilege to defend and to help people who don't have that privilege. If you have cisgendered privilege, you are to use that privilege to help people who don't have that privilege. You are to stand up because, contrary to popular belief as it has been taught by this society at hand, you are your brother's keeper. You are your sister's keeper. You are your sibling's keeper. You are your keeper. There is no one person who's going to save us. There is no one person who has the capability to save us. It is we who must save ourselves. You are charged with being the light. You are charged with being the light in your world. And here's the thing. You are being called with thousands upon hundreds of thousands of people into this. So the great thing about this is you ain't got to save the world. You just got to pay attention to your small corner of it. And if the hundreds of thousands upon millions of us who are being called do that, guess what's going to be saved? The entire world. This is about showing up fiercely for yourself and for your community, where you stand and where you are. This is about not backing down. This is about utilizing all of who you are for your liberation and the liberation of all of the people around you. This is about standing up to your own fears. This is about tapping into your warriorship. This is about boundaries, not allowing people, first off, understanding what your boundaries are, stating your boundaries, and doing what you need to do when people cross those boundaries. Boundaries are about what you're going to do when someone crosses those boundaries. It's not about policing anybody else. It's about policing yourself. It's time to lean in. It's time to step up. We have the animal guardian. Trust your instincts. A couple messages with this card. First and foremost, pay attention to the animal medicine as it is moving about you. I have certain animals that are a part of my spiritual team. And when I see them, they bring me certain medicine. Anytime a hawk is in my near vicinity, I know to pay attention. That is a specific, powerful ancestor that's coming for me. And it has a blatant lesson. And I know that the days around that interaction with that hawk, I need to pay attention to what's going on within them the days before and the days after. We all are animals as well. One of the things that I don't like about this society, as we are disconnected from our indigeneity, we have forgotten that we aren't better than any of our animal siblings. The two-legged, the four-legged, the six-legged, the eight-legged are your siblings. You're not above them. You are an animal. We have demonized this because we've uplifted humanity in a very elitist way due to colonialism. Our indigeneity reminds us that this world is something that we participate in and that we are a part of, that we don't rule over or tame it. We are a child of this planet, just like the orcas, just like the tigers, just like the donkeys, just like the mosquitoes. Tap into that animal aspect of you, that wild part of you, that part of you that is still responsive to the moon cycles and the tides. Connect with this animalistic part of you and connect it with and to nature. You are nature. You are nature. We forget this. We forget that nature is not outside. It is us. It is the trees. It is your hair. It is the sky. It is your eyes. We have forgotten how much of nature we are. That's why it's so easy to disrespect nature outside of us. If you were connected to those trees inside of your spirit, your blood, your veins, you wouldn't dare treat her like that because you would be treating yourself with disrespect. Connect with nature. Connect with yourself through nature. Reconnect with the animalistic side of you. One of the things that I have been connected to for years, and I am leaning more into it, is like I growl a lot, and I howl a lot. And a part of that is a mark of neurospiciness, just the random noises. But a part of that is an expression of that animalistic aspect of me. There is something fulfilling about expressing my emotions in very raw ways. There are things that only can be expressed in those ways. When I go to get my body modification done, when I receive blood ritual in the form of tattoos and piercings, it is because I want to hurt in those moments. I want to bleed. And it needs to be ritualistically and spiritually directed. It is a very animalistic feeling to process my emotions and things that I'm going through the blood that I let out of my body. It is a very animalistic urge to want to process in that way. Now, we've run from that. And because we've been disconnected to that it has become a perversion of itself. And folks hurt themselves in very unnecessary ways because that animalistic original urge is being denied. You are being invited to connect with that part of you. You are being invited to connect that part of you to the planet and the earth itself. You are being invited into a relationship with that aspect of you. You're being invited to develop that part of you in a non-judgmental way. You're being called to develop your relationship with your animal spirits and allies. You're being called to explore the deep relationships that you have with some of the animals that you have affinity to. I have a whole elephant that goes from right here, like literally it starts here, and it goes all the way down to my stomach. I originally got that tattoo to honor my grandmothers, specifically one, both of them, but specifically one, because that's her favorite animal. It's also one of my favorite animals. But the medicine that elephants give me is pretty ridiculous and strong. And also, it makes all the sense for who I am. The elephant tribes are usually matrilineal, and they're led by the oldest mama, the oldest grandmother. And this is who I am. I lead my tribes, and I've always led my tribes, and I will always lead my tribes. I will always do that. That is who I am, and that is who I've always been. And so that medicine that the elephants give me has a lot to do with that. And it has a lot to do with my walk in life. And I lean on that medicine quite a bit when I'm feeling confused or directionless or lost. When I feel like I don't know where to take this next, I can always lean into that medicine. And something elephant related always comes to me when I'm in those times, be it a documentary or a picture of an elephant, or I randomly am somewhere and I get to interact with one, or just that medicine comes to me when I need it always. So we are being invited into exploring our connections with the animals. This week, if you see an animal, if it comes up on TV a lot, if you see pictures of it a lot, or if you're encountering it in the wild, sit with that medicine. Sit with the medicine, look up what those animals mean, and sit with the medicine of what it's trying to give you. Sit with that interaction. When we stop acting like humans are better than the animals, there is a way that this world will open up and start speaking to you. When you understand that you are on the same spiritual plane with these animals, there is a way that their spirits will begin to speak to you. There is medicine that they have for you. So you are being invited to not only really connect with your own animalistic nature and understand how divine, sacred, and holy it is, you are being called into connecting with these sacred and holy entities in the forms of animals, and let them show you the medicine. Let them show you the way. Everyone right now, I've said this before and I'm going to keep saying this again. As you are connecting with nature, I want you guys to start taking your offerings back to the earth, okay? We're not offering to the spirits anymore. And there is an imbalance that is happening. Anytime you go to the ocean, you need to bring an offering. Anytime you go hiking in the mountains, you need to bring an offering. Anytime you go to the park, you need to bring an offering. Anytime that you are dealing with Mother Nature, you need to bring an offering. This could be sacred tobacco. This could be fruits and vegetables. When I'm going to the forest, what I like to do is research what kind of animals are in that forest, and I bring food for those animals that is appropriate as an offering. You can offer prayer. You can offer flowers. If you deal with spirits that are connected to that are associated with the elements, bring those spirits offerings, and also they will serve as offerings for the things around. Start connecting back with nature in very concrete ways. We need to be stewards. Make an offering to Mother Nature by cleaning up. If you know, I live by a strip of, like, there's a little busy strip, and I notice that every once in a while people dump. So I'm going to make my way down there and pick up trash. And that's going to be my offering to the spirits that live in my area. Clean up. Without being asked, just clean up. That's an offering. Okay? And that's also a way we can begin to connect to these spirits a lot more and a lot deeper and a lot quicker. But these spirits are offering you guidance. They have medicine for you. A lot of y'all need to connect more with your communities, and you can do this by doing more nature walks, doing more nature meditations, picking a spot in your neighborhood and just meditating there. Picking a tree in your neighborhood and offering things to that tree. Form a relationship with your neighborhood by forming a relationship with the nature around you. And make it a habit to do this for the rest of your life wherever you live. Start connecting again with the earth in concrete ways. And start connecting with the fact that you yourself are Mother Nature in you. Let me check in with these comments. Temperer said, I started learning about rooting and grounding more this weekend. Yes. Yes, yes. I love this. Ashley said, I've had some plants die and I'm taking the soil and placing it around the base of my favorite tree. Put dead plants elsewhere. I love that. Yes, I love that. Spiritually, Asher said the ocean loves mangoes. There's a lot, it does. There's a lot of islands that produce mangoes. So, and so the ocean gets to eat of mangoes often. The Spice Kitten said, when I started, my rooted place was a boat at sea in the storm low. Now it's a big rock in a treehouse. I love this. I love how things have shifted and changed. Let's see. Deanna said, I have several animal guides. Wolf is my main one right now. Also know that as you grow as a person, your guides will change. Exactly. Your guides, for some people, they stay the same, but for a lot of us, they do shift and change because you need different things when you're a different person. Enjoy Beard said, I always say you are not a human, and at the top of the food chain, you are a human because you have the capacity to be humane. Exactly. Exactly. Daniel Strange said, missing our piercing teachers and practitioners and the medicine they helped us process. Still finding it hard to get back to that process. Yes, baby. And I'm going to tell you, My main person who was my priestess in this is gone. It's a friend of mine who, y'all know that story if you've been around for a while. It happened last year. But it's hard. If you email me though, I've got some people that I'm connected with that are who understand the ritualisticness of body modification. So I might be able to get you in touch with somebody. I know a couple people throughout, the piercing community. So I got you on that. Let's see. Saw a praying mantis yesterday. Haven't seen one in many years. Take that as a sign, baby. Take that as a sign. Take that as a sign. AVG said, I used to be the same way when I had a lot of piercings. The release is unreal. I felt connected to my body then. Yeah, it's a wonderful thing. It is a wonderful thing. Let's see. Let's move on, my friends. We're going to pull up into some affirmations. Repeat after me. It is enough to have done my best. It is enough to have done my best. It is enough to have done my best. It is a... Excuse me. That was quite a burp. My God. It is enough to have done my best. 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 And I want to remind you that your best looks different every day, and that's okay. Your best looks different every day, and that's okay. Your best looks different every day, and that's okay. Your best is going to look different every day because of mental health issues, because of chronic pain issues, because of emotional issues, because of societal issues. Your best is going to look different every single day. That's okay. Just be okay with that. That's okay. Let's do another affirmation, baby. Another affirmation, baby. This is a quote by Lida Esperanza Garzon. And it says, to receive, let go. 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 Honey, you're hanging on too tight. That's why it ain't coming to you. Loosen up your grip and watch it flow to you. Let's get into some more cards. We're moving into message from our animal guides deck. I want to remind you that all of these are currently listed in the description, and they will continue to be listed when this is posted. Also in the description box is my link tree, so that is going to link you to every one of my official social media accounts that I'm on that's not being run by a damn scammer. FYI, still not on Instagram. Also, my P.O. box and my wish list is on there. Okay? So, the polar bear, stand up for yourself and speak your truth respectfully and compassionately with no attachment to the outcome. Say the things, speak your truth. 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 Respectfully and compassionately, but say the things. Say the things. And sometimes it's still going to hurt some people's feelings. As respectful and as compassionate you are, still say the things. Let me remind you something about truth. I've been saying this for at least 15 years. Truth is like medicine. All truth is good for you and good for something. All medicine is good for you and good for something. Not all truth tastes good. Not all medicine tastes good. But you still need to take both of them when it's necessary. Hello. Goodbye. Truth is necessary. Your truth is necessary. It ain't always gonna taste good, but it is what it is. Your truth ain't always gonna taste good to you. Sometimes you gotta admit the truth to yourself. Something like, hey, I am my biggest abuser. That don't taste good when you say it. Hey, I am my biggest person who sabotages myself. That don't taste good to say it. Hey, I have refused to do my healing work, and my refusal to do my healing work is the reason why I'm in the current situation that I'm in, because I've been warned about this at least 10 years ago, but I decided not to do that shadow work, and now here I am reaping the results of me not doing my work earlier when I was told to do my work. That don't feel good to say. But that's what needs to be said sometimes. Listen, honey, one of the most hurtful things, not even hurtful, one of the things that I had to face in this Chiron retrograde, this Venus retrograde, was the fact that I allowed my former lover to not put me on a pedestal. I allowed that. I set the tone for them to ignore me on a base level. I said that was a hard thing for me to admit. But it was only hard the first time. Once I said it first, I can continue to say it, and that was the beginning of me dismantling that energy inside of me. That's the great thing about admitting that. I orchestrated that. So because that was hard to admit, but because I admitted it, I could deconstruct that like that. I didn't even have to talk to my former lover. I don't have to have no type of conversation with my former lover, because what I know is that things have shifted. I enabled the situation that we were in to exist. I set the tone for that. I set the tone for them not. I said, oh, it was okay with my behavior in the beginning of that they don't need to put me on a pedestal. I set the tone for that, okay? So, because I own that, in that moment, as soon as I said those words, that situation started to deconstruct itself. And the more I admitted it, the more every day I've woken up and just been taking that down brick by brick. They no longer are on a pedestal in my life like that. And I automatically have seen and felt the doors open up in my life. Speak your truth, even when it's uncomfortable for you to say it. Boom Pumpkin said, you fucked around and find out. I sure did. I sure did. I sure did. Speak your truth. Admit it. It ain't going to taste good sometimes, but it's going to be good for you. It's going to be good for you, okay? This is going to be a big thing because Chiron retrograde is bringing up some wounds that a lot of us didn't see. A lot of us are going to be, you're going to find yourself mad at folks for things you didn't realize that you've been carrying around for a long time. And it's going for you got to speak your truth. Now you need to discern whether or not you need to speak your truth to that person or to yourself, or what you need. Like I said, my former lover, I don't have to have this conversation with them. I don't have to have this conversation. This is not a situation where I got to be like, and you treated me and you. No, this is not even a conversation I need to have with them. It's only a conversation I need to have with myself, because I understand that it stops once I just don't allow it. So I don't even need to talk to them about shifting their energy. All I need to do is shift my energy. That's appropriate for my situation. If it's your situation requires a conversation, you need to speak your truth to them, then speak your truth to them. But this Chiron retrograde, coupled with this Venus retrograde, woundings around love, and that I'm talking romantic love, I'm talking familial love, I'm talking friendship love, I'm talking self-love. A lot of that wounding is going to come up, and there's going to be a need for you to speak your truth. Some of you are going to come into some facts. Some of you are learning like, hey, wait a minute. I'm actually need to admit the relationship I'm in is quite abusive, and it's not helping me at all. Some of you need to admit this is codependent and toxic, and we should probably stop because it's codependent and toxic, and it's taking us both down. This relationship ain't helping either of us, or it ain't helping me at the very least, and I'm going to do something different. It's a time to speak your truth. Again, be respectful, be compassionate, but speak your truth. You ain't got to be disrespectful. Speak your truth. If someone asks you what your issue is and you have an issue, but you just let it go with fine. Don't betray yourself. One of the biggest forms of self-betrayal, one of the first forms of self-betrayal is when we don't speak our truth. Again, be compassionate, be respectful, but say that. Say what needs to be said. Say what needs to be said. Yep. Keeping your truth blocks the throat chakra. It sure does, Deanne. It sure does. It sure does. It sure does. Healing Hands Massage said it's a fine line to walk between speaking your truth and speaking it to those that can't or won't receive or understand it. Sigh. Exactly. So sometimes when you know that the person you have a truth with needs to hear it, but you know they're not going to receive it, you know that they're going to fight you against it, fight against you. Speak your truth to yourself. You might need to speak your truth to other people, speak your truth to the universe. Sometimes speaking the truth to them ain't going to do nothing. You just need to speak your truth and then drop them from your life, okay? It's a fine line. And a lot of that is you're going to have to determine with divination and with prayer and with self-reflection. There are some times when it does benefit you to speak your truth to that person. And I can tell you, there are sometimes I've dealt with, for instance, my father. The very last interaction I had with my biological father, which was years and years and years ago, I cussed him all the way out and I let him have it. And I was ready to box him. I was ready to end his life and mine. In that interaction, I was ready. It was the last time he was going to screw me over. And I needed to do that to him. I needed to in the end, what I effectively did was took all of that out of me. After years of healing, I took it all out of me. I gave it back to him. And I let him know where we stood. And I was clear. He got cursed. He got hexed. And he got released all in the same moment. That was necessary for my situation. And he was in a place where he had no choice to receive it. Just the way the power dynamics worked between us and where that circumstance was, he had really no choice but to receive everything. He could deny it all day, but it wasn't going to work. He had to receive what I gave him. That was appropriate for me in that situation. Some of your situations might not work out that way. It's important but you can still speak your truth and get the healing you need to get regardless of what that situation is, okay? Speak your truth. Speak your truth. Spiritually, Ashley said, yep, just hex and dismiss that ass. I sure did. I hexed the fuck out of my dad. I sure did. I cursed the hell out of him. I sure did. And I stand behind it 1,000%. I sure did. The way because he wasn't going to stop. And he transgressed in a way like I had just let him in my life as an adult. And he showed his behind in a big way. And what he showed me is that he was the same individual. But what I needed to show him was that I wasn't. I wasn't that little girl who left that house no more. He needed to understand, we don't do this as an adult. You got one time to show me who you really are. Because I'm going to believe you. I'm going to believe you. And in that moment, I was like, let me show you the woman, the king, the goddess that I've become. Let me actually let you know that I don't play abuse like that. Let me let you know that you are moving in dangerous territory when you come after me. You moving in dangerous territory. And he got that loud and clear that day. And every day since. And I was like, homie, we share ancestry. And the ancestors are disappointed in the way you treated your daughter. Okay? We share ancestry. And I am a full witch. If you don't think I will use my own blood that we share against you, you tripping. If you don't think I won't call big, big, big mama on you, if you don't think I won't stand in front of that altar and call big, big, big papa, I will. And I did. And they will spank you until you meet them in the ancestral realm. And they'll continue to spank you until I get there. You better sit down. And he has. And he has. And he has. You got to do what you got to do sometime. You got to do what you got to do sometimes. So get your heel on, y'all. Get your heel on. Speak your truth. All right, we have the humpback whale. Music is essential to your healing and well-being, whether singing, playing an instrument, or listening. Honey child, y'all don't know how potent music is and how it was used in ritual and ceremony before any other things. It was definitely used for entertainment, but we immediately clicked into how that vibration and that movement sparks things in your spirit and your soul, okay? Music, making music, singing is just as good as prayer, honey. Dancing with your whole spirit and your whole soul is just as good as prayer, baby. You are being tasked with connect to yourself, connect to your body, connect to this earth, connect to the spirits, connect with the ancestors through music. Music is a whole portal, honey. So I'm talking about I want you to listen to your cultural music. I want you to listen to your ceremonial religious music, okay? I want you to listen to the music that just makes you happy, that just uplifts your spirit, okay? I want you to shake your body, all right? Spirit wants you to connect, okay? There is something healing that happens when you sing with your full self from your soul, okay? There is something healing that happens when you are playing an instrument. For those of you who play instruments, get into that. It's not about making art for everybody else. It's about playing from your soul. Put your feelings into that music. All right. Are you angry? Are you confused? Are you sad? Dance it out. Stomp it out. Y'all don't know how many times I've gone to the dance floor to stomp out a prayer. Y'all don't know how many times folks have seen me on the dance floor dancing for hours. Oh my God, you're such a good dancer, baby. I'm praying. I'm praying. I have gone through it. I have taken myself through a whole ritual ceremony of dance, tears just falling, crying, bawling full out on the dance floor, just putting it all in there. Putting all of it in my everything. Put it in there, honey. You sad, you frustrated, dance it out. You're happy, sing it out. If you ever are in a position where you're scared and you can't remember none of the prayers or any of the protection, start singing. Singing brings your ancestors to you, even if it's just happy birthday. Just start singing. Start singing. Singing brings spirits to you, baby, and they bring benevolent, good spirits to you. They especially bring your ancestors to you, okay? I use that. Someone told a priestess told me that years ago. I was early in the game. I was just getting initiated, and I remember that she told me that like during my initiation, and I've never forgotten that, and I've used it. There's been moments when I have been in very crazy physical positions by myself, and like I've felt the heaviness of the spirits around me and the potential for violence and whatever else, and I literally just start singing. I'll just start singing if I couldn't remember. Because fear or whatever, I just start fucking singing and I immediately feel them. And it's interesting in those moments, I'll start singing. And most of the times when I start singing, it's because I can't remember what else I'm supposed to do. But as soon as I start singing and opening up that portal, all of the prayers, all of the actions, everything I need to do comes right back to me. So sing, baby. Connect with that music, okay? Put them windows up on your car and sing with your full heart. I don't care if you can't sing. Okay, I don't care if you ain't Beyonce. It's fine. It can't everybody be Celine Dion. Okay, it ain't about selling records. It's about connecting with yourself. It's about connecting with spirits. Okay, it's about connecting. So dance. I want you to dance. They want you to dance. I want you to dance. Spirit wants you to dance. Okay, move your body. When you're feeling stagnant, move your body. Move your body. One of the quickest ways to clear the energy in your body is with movement. Like if you don't have access to your smoke medicines, to your water medicine, if I need a reset, if I've just come from a situation or I've come out of a building and it's been heavy and I don't have any of those tools, like literally just shaking my whole body. Like I'll literally start and shake my head, like just take the shakes down through my body, and I'll meditate and pray and shake the things off, okay? I will dance it off. I will gyrate it off. I will do whatever I got to do to move it. So use this music to connect, okay? Use it in prayer. I will make an offering to your spirits by singing. Make an offering to, to the universe with singing. Make it an offering, okay? But utilize the music. If, like I said, if you play the guitar, pick it back up. If you play the clarinet, pick it back up. If you play the bass, pick it back up. If you play an actual instrument, pick it back up. I need to get back into drumming because the drums always like I do. Now that I said that, god damn it, I need to buy a djembe. I need to find a reputable place I need a good drum. I do. I need a good drum. All right. That's on the list, ancestors. I always gotta buy something for us. But yeah, start drumming. Do your things to connect with the spirits. I tell you, drumming automatically, any culture's drumming, and I respond to African drumming, of course. I respond really heavily to the drums, Afro Latinx drumming, so especially Cuban drumming, especially as it's related to Santeria and Lukeme. I am, because of the African component to that. I'm really connected to the Japanese drums, traditional Japanese drumming. Like, anytime that big drums come out, like spirit comes, like my ancestors show up. That is an immediate call. If I'm live, it's always a very emotional experience for me if I'm experiencing drum live. Like literally all of my spiritual team shows up. Like all of my ancestors, the warriors, everybody, the grandmothers, they all respond instantaneously to drumming. And like I respond like physically to drumming. It moves in my body the way that music hits me. I know how to use those frequencies to like target certain things inside of me. Like I literally can take it and like physically use things to target, physically use the vibration to target different aspects in me. So lean into that. Whatever your connection to music, whatever your connection to, lean into it, honey. Lean into it, okay? Lean into your traditional dancing, lean into your dancing for fun. And again, it's not about what you look like, it's about what the medicine that it brings to you. Okay? Okay. Let's do some affirmations. Repeat after me. You deserve to heal. We're going to replace that you with I. I deserve to heal. 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 Let's do another affirmation, baby. This says, I believe in me. 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 Someone mentioned a drum circle. I love that idea. And I am going to begin to start planning things where I can meet you guys. I have been feeling the event producer bug in me again. I really kind of want to get back to producing events for people and healing things. I've got some contacts in a few states. I'm definitely going to be populating the East Coast soon here and be all over the place over here. But I have some people in Atlanta, a couple places. So I'm thinking about that. We're going to begin, though, with online events before I do any in-person events, because I just need to get my juices going again and get used to just producing events, because that's a lot. There's a whole lot to do, and it's been years. It's been right before COVID that I've been in the game. So yeah, I will consider a drum circle. Of course, everything that I want to do is going to have a healing component to it. But yeah, I wasn't thinking about a drum circle, and now I am. So mental Rolodex. When it comes to some meet and greets, we might have to do it that way. Okay. Okay. All right, let's move into the African Goddess Rising deck. I want to thank everybody for your super chats. Actually, let me switch this over to the super chat thing so I can see. Thank you, Katie Lynn, for the super chat. And thank you all for your super stickers. Thank you, Daniel, for your super chat. I appreciate you so very much. Yes, yes. So you guys are down for that, definitely. Just FYI, my first online event that I'm going to do is going to be tiny online releasing healing dance parties. So literally, it'll be like 5 songs, and it'll almost be like I'm leading you in a workout, but I'm not. We're gonna do targeted releasing things, but in a loose way. I'm just gonna give us a body part and things and a prayer to target, and then you're gonna do whatever movements that you have the ability to do or you want to do in with that space. So tiny little dance parties. I've been obsessed with this idea for a while. So we're gonna do tiny little dance parties. Tiny little healing dance parties. And I'm just gonna make it weird. I've got some really other things to do. Also, let me know what you guys think about this. So I'm gonna have some Dom sessions for you guys. So basically, these sessions, I'm just gonna tell you what to do. And basically what you're gonna do is sign up with something that you need to do that you've been avoiding. And then I'm just gonna spend the session telling you to get your work done. And you're gonna do it. And I'm gonna supervise you. Because some of you need that help sometimes. You just need someone threatening to spank you while you do your dishes. We're gonna make it weird. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be so fun. Temper. Zumba is a good way to dance with the ancestors. I agree. I agree. Use those beats, baby. Use those beats. All right, we're going to get into the African Goddess Rising deck. Queen Nefertiti Alchemy. This Chiron, Venus in retrograde, space and time that is happening for the next few months. Literally, Chiron's going to be in retrograde till December. Is all about an invitation into you to turn your pain into healing. This is the alchemy that this card is speaking to. Your invitation to do your shadow work is so that you can directly change and shift all of the negative things that have been happening to you into good things, into gold. This is what this is. The alchemy that is healing will turn the nastiness of your life into some of the best things in your life. This is what this invitation is asking of you. They want you to touch the roots of your dysfunction. They want you to go to the depth of your trauma because they have resources available to help you turn that into portals of opportunity to live your best life. There is alchemy in healing. There is alchemy in healing. There is alchemy in healing. And this is what this retrograde is all about. It's not a punishment. It's not a punishment. It's not an indictment that you haven't been doing your work. No. It's not a time and a space for you to judge yourself. No. Creator has heard you. Spirit has heard you. Your ancestors heal you. They know what you want. They know you want more in your love life. They know you want more from yourself. They know you want more from your life. They know it. So they are asking you to go get it through the abyss. This is not a punishment. They don't want you to visit the abyss and stay there. They want you to go through it and do the healing work that you need to do. Now, some of you, because you are procrastinating or you're hesitating or you're fighting against this, you have this view of what they're asking you to do being so big. But if you just lean in, what you're going to understand is what they're asking you to do, it feels big, but it ain't that big. And if you do it, again, it is a literal portal into your best life. It's going to hurt because there's a fair amount of this that you will have to take responsibility for. This is why this hurts, because this is a mixture of you being like, that's their fault, that's their fault, that's it, and that whoop, this is my fault. That down now, that ain't on nobody else. That's not my daddy issues. That's not my mama issue. That's me. That's some shit I did. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt because some of you are gonna have to deal with issues and wounds from people you never even were looking at. Listen, when I had to confront my things around my former lover, it was hard because my former lover is not a bad person. My former lover is not a bad person. They actually were a very good lover to me. It was hard for me to look at that situation and go, ooh, even though this is not a bad person, they wounded me. And I allowed them to wound me. I set that up. And it's hard to look at someone you really love and care for and be like, you hurt me. You did, though. You hurt me. You dismissed me. You didn't treat me with the love and respect. Like, you didn't treat me bad, but also I'm now seeing how that situation wasn't reciprocal. And that hurts. Do it anyway. Do it anyway. Confronting those things around my former lover is going to make me such a better lover to my next lovers. It is going to make me such a better partner, because that was a whole blind side that I was just unaware of that had a lot to do with my own behavior. And now that I've seen that, I can correct that behavior and not set up my future situations in this way. The alchemy of getting deep into that and leaning into that lesson has given me the blessing of being a better partner and being a better lover for my future lovers. And right now, from the trajectory, I'm attracting really amazing spirits that are in alignment with who I am and where I want to go and where I want to be. I'm sure when I start making these decisions around my partners, because I'm polyamorous, ethically non-monogamous, I'm sure when I start making my decisions around my submissives and my slaves and my wolves and my kitties, I'm sure I'm going to choose the perfect people for me, and the perfect people for me will choose me as well. And this deep work I'm doing around my lovership will just make me better for them. Lean into the deep alchemy of the deep healing. Let these wounds come up. Let the scars show themselves. This Venus and Chiron retrograde is to correct the things that we were blind to. It is to show us where the wounding was hindering us. It's not a punishment. Lean into it, baby. And I actually appreciate the fact that we're going through this. We entered into it in Cancer, and it's strong during Leo season, because this Leo season is going to give you still feel like, even though you're being torn down, the energy of this Leo season, we know Leos. I love a Leo. A Leo is like, I am the shit. I'm amazing. I'm dope. Like, so ultimate, feel yourself. So as much as this is going to tear you down, we have that energy of the Leo to buoy us and to help us up. Now, lean in now, because this part, that when we go into Virgo during this, if you haven't been doing your work, you're gonna get spanked in Virgo. And then you're gonna get spanked in Libra. And then you're gonna get beat up in Scorpio. So take advantage of this light work that we feeling now. Take advantage of the Leo season and lean into it during Leo season, so that you're going to be better set up during Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, and then Capricorn season. Because this ends during Capricorn season, okay? Which is a lot. But do your thug thizzle. Alchemy, baby. Alchemy. There is such great alchemy. There's such great power in your healing. Lean into it, honey. Everything that is tearing you down and destroying you now is so that you can be built up in the most fantastical ways, okay? If you are being torn down in your love life to the nth degree, please know that the work you're doing is going to make your love life a billion times better. If you're being torn down in the finances part of it, lean in, because your finances are going to look so much better in 1 year because you're doing the work, okay? Whatever area of your life that is viciously being attacked by these retrogrades, just go ahead and lean into it because these same areas are going to get so good. As soon as this love work appeared, I was like, thank you, Jesus, because I've been praying. I literally was like, this means this is going to get real good. I was like, this means this is about to get really good because this is a deep issue. I know how my life works. I was like, things are about to get really good if this is what's appearing. And I've been praying on my love life. So things about to go good, honey. This is the alchemy. Trust the alchemy of healing, honey. Trust the alchemy of healing, honey. Trust the alchemy of healing, all right? Because you're about to turn all this healing, and I want you to keep your eye on that prize. This healing is not in vain. All this work is going to bring you good things. So even as you are going through this and getting hammered, I want you to remember every single time until December, I want you to be like, this is giving me good things. Every single time you're pushed into confronting the wound, this is about to bring me something good. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Because I'm full on doing this work, the reaction is going to come to me equally as strong. The blessings are going to come to me equally as strong. Keep telling yourself that because it's true. It's true. The way the blessings and the good things are going to come to you are going to equal the way the devastation and the destruction has come to you. Lean into the alchemy of your healing process because it ain't going to do nothing but bring you into a good space, okay? All right, Katie Lynn, thank you so much for your super sticker, baby. I appreciate you. Whitney, thank you for your super chat. I'm putting a little money towards your drums. I know it will create medicine for you and others. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm definitely going to be using your specific money. I'm going to be using that to go get my drum. I used to know all the cool places. Now I don't know a lot of the cool places anymore. Oh, well, I'm just going to, Spirit, you're going to bring me the drum that I want. You're going to bring me the drum that I want and I need. I know. I'm not even going to worry about it. All right, you guys. Last card of the reading. Queen Mother Nanny, which is liberation. What you know about Queen Nanny? Queen Nanny was captured and enslaved, and they thought she was going to follow the status quo. But Queen Nanny said, hold my beer. I'm a sovereign being. And what we're not going to do is enslave a sovereign being. They shipped her to Jamaica, where she proceeded to become Queen Nanny. And she liberated over 800 enslaved individuals. And she fought back. Because what you're not going to do is enslave a liberated spirit. You've been in prison. A lot of you knew it. A good amount of you didn't. Enslaved to what this society, what your family, what your culture, what your parents told you you could be, what your old lovers told you who you are. That's not you. You've been enslaved to your fears, to your self-doubts. You've been enslaved thinking you wasn't worthy or worth it. You've been enslaved thinking that you're stupid and less than. That's prison. This is an invitation to get out of prison. Do you remember how we started this reading? Prince of Sticks, Ace of Swords, figuring ourselves out, plotting a new course, getting to know who we are, beginning again, starting anew. That's how we started out this reading. And we're ending it with liberation. You've been in prison. It's all about approach. All this work Chiron is asking you to do, all this work Venus in retrograde is asking you to do, it's for this. It's to liberate you. So don't look at this piece of shadow work as if it is a burden. No, look at it as if it's a ladder, as if it's a rope that you're going to use to climb out of the pit of despair and into a vibrant life. Everything is happening so you can be free. Free to be yourself, free to love the way you want to love, free to express the way you want to express, free to do what you were called and want and desire to do. Liberation is key, my dear. Liberation is key. Lean in. Lean all of the way in. Allow yourself to be unshackled from unnecessary fears, from insecurities, from old thought processes, from contracts that you made in relationships that no longer serve you. Lean in. Lean in and say goodbye to old loves, old lovers, old way of dealing and being in relationships. Lean in. Say goodbye to that old life. That's done. You don't live there anymore. Lean in. Allow yourself to manifest your best life, because that's what Spirit is trying to give you, your best life. Let go. Let go of everything that doesn't serve you. 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 Switch it up on them and find your happiness. All right, my loves. Cash App LadySpeech. Venmo LadySpeech Sankofa. PayPal LadySpeech Sankofa at gmail.com. You know what to do. Show that appreciation. I want to thank each and every one of you for your super chats, for your super stickers, for your love and support, for your positive comments, for liking this video, for sharing this video. Let's end it on a positive note. Repeat after me. I love and accept myself for who I am. I love and accept myself for who I am. I love and accept myself for who I am. I love and accept myself for who I am. I love and accept myself for who I am. Say it with your chest. I love and accept myself for who I am. I love and accept myself for who I am. I love and accept myself for who I am. 2 more affirmations. There is no one way to be transgender. Repeat after me. Everyone can say this. There is no one way to be transgender. 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 I want to remind you, as a gender fluid individual, that trans people don't owe you anything. They don't owe you passability. They don't owe you anything. Trans people are who trans people are, and they are beautiful. We are all beautiful. Last affirmation, I am worthy. 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 Berlioz Salazar, thank you so much for your super sticker, baby. I love you all. Yes, I do. I want to thank you so much for your support. I want to thank all the new people for showing up. I want to thank you to all my OGs for being consistent in your support and your love. I appreciate you so deeply. Thank you for liking and sharing. I'm really loving this consistent Brit here at 11:11 a.m. So let me know if you are loving it. It seems like you are. We are entering in August with a bang. So not only are we still participating in this Chiron retrograde as well as Venus in retrograde, we begin August and we end August on 2 super moons. So yeah, you will be getting a reading on the 1st of August, a full moon reading, and you'll be getting a full moon reading on the last day of August, the 31st, because it's a full moon, okay? August is coming in with a bang. Do you hear me? I'll also be doing the new moon readings as well. So that schedule for my divinations is going to come up soon. Next month, next week, my members only, y'all can expect a video. So we're going to be doing some alternating. Since we did the live last week, on Friday of this week, you will be getting a members only video, okay? And you can all expect me to be posting like I have usually. We're going to be keeping up those Monday postings, of course, unless it's, of course, a full moon or a new moon or anything of that. So you can expect a video tomorrow. I appreciate all of your support. I want to remind you that I am not on IG. I haven't been for over a year. That has been documented well on this page as well as my TikTok. I've been taking a break from TikTok, but I am coming back. You know, I like to be in and out of things. I've got some really great things planned for you, so I've been working on those things. With that being said, share and like this video with whoever it needs to be shared and liked with. I appreciate all of you so very deeply. Thank you for your support and just showing up for me. I really do appreciate that, especially as I be going through changes and be living this human experience. So I just thank you for being consistent in your love for me. With that being said, y'all take care of yourselves, okay? Drink some water, eat some food, get some rest, prepare for this week to come. And I'm looking forward to just continuing to support you all. I love you so deeply and so much. And I appreciate you. If you are here, you are right on time. If you made it to this live in the beginning, the middle, the end, you're right on time. If you have watched this as it has been recorded, you are right on time. If you're here, then that means there was a message in here for you. I love you deeply. I'm off to engage in some self-care and to prepare for this week ahead. And I will see you all soon. Mwah. Thank you for showing up for yourselves. Thank you for showing up for me. And thank you for showing up for each other. I love you. I live you. Thank you. Bye.